Season's over, guys. It's over. No, I'm just playing, trolling, obviously.
No. Seasons is obviously it's not over, but what
Yeah.
this stretch throughout LeBron kind of shows me that the Lakers roster isn't really properly constructed around Luca, which is fine because the roster was constructed around Anthony Davis. But that being said, I don't think we're on the level of OKC. I don't think we're on the level of the Boston Celtics. Now, does that
But
mean we
Mark,
can't beat those teams in those series? Yeah, what's up?
I was gonna say, but like we're missing outliers, bro. Like I know it's not everything, but like
No, I
no
understand.
Rui, no
No,
Jackson Hayes, who was our only usable center.
listen, Rui and Jackson
DFS
Hayes
was
weren't
out
gonna.
a couple of those
Rui and
games
Jackson Hayes
too.
weren't gonna change this game, bro. We're still
Yes,
gonna lose.
easily bro. Yes, they would.
No,
Rui.
no,
What
no.
we needed tonight was somebody else besides Reeves and Luca to score the basketball.
Yeah,
Rui's been
his
doing that
15 points wouldn't
consistently.
change the game. I promise you, bro.
Yes, it would have. It would have created a more of a threat and gave us more all around offense.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it would, but I don't think it would have swung the outcome towards our way where we won the
Bro,
game.
it would have won us
I,
this game
I think
or
I
a
would
hundred
contribute
agree.
to
percent
it.
if we have Rui, we win this game. a
Dude,
hundred
if we
I
percent.
had
even feel
Rui
like
and
if we have
Jackson Hayes
Hayes,
this
we would have
game,
competed
we
better.
win.
No.
Hayes would
Yes,
have
we
even done
If
some
do.
LeBron, no, if
wonders.
LeBron played, maybe
Bro,
no.
if
No,
we
What do you
had
all we
mean?
Rui
needed
and
is Rui.
Hayes,
All
No,
we
Bro,
needed is
we
Rui
win.
alone might win you this game. Like bigger
we
body,
lost the game by
rebounder,
like
and shot
30.
maker.
Bro, but you got to realize why, though.
Yeah, I
Ain't
mean,
no real Laker fans worried about the damn Milwaukee's.
But
yeah.
it
That's what I'm
just shows that
saying,
like
Mark, let
bro.
me get
LeBron
my
and,
two
and
cents
Luka
out
have to
here, and
carry.
then I'll let you kind of go around.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyone that's upset about these losses, like, don't be like. There's not
Facts.
really anything you can do. With we have people out, like, just not. I've seen when the team's fully healthy that we're winning 8 games in a row, 9 games in a row. We're the fourth best team, third best team, fourth best probably team in the league. Like, nothing changes my mind on us losing tonight or versus the Nets or anything. So don't
We
let it
win
change
this game
yours.
with Rui, and with Hayes, we win this game by
Thank you.
10 to 15.
You guys
A
really believe
hundred
that we win this
percent.
game with Roy Hachimura?
Yes,
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 because
no,
bro. Yes. We
absolutely.
needed
If we
bro,
have
offense.
Rui,
people couldn't hit a shot if we had Rui in the corner who shoots 41% or more from the corner. Luke, bro, he's hitting at least
And
three of
what
them.
else does it do besides him hitting the shots? It actually changes the whole offense when
Yeah,
there's a
Thank you.
threat that's in the corner. So
easier
now the
buckets for
paint is
Luca,
more open,
And
and
I
Luca
and
know,
he
has an
also
easier
adds
time.
size on defense,
and
which
And
we were
size,
also
sorely
yes,
lacking.
and he's
yes.
not
also
the best rebounder, but I know he can get me five at least. I mean, gosh.
he's a great cutter, like a really good cutter. Like he would have
Yes.
got at least like 5 to 10 points off cutting alone. So that's already like 19 points we're talking about. Just because, especially, he's always stepped up when LeBron's out, and he would have definitely done that today.
A
So yeah,
hundred
we win
percent.
with
Yes.
I
Rui.
I completely
At the end
agree.
of the day, the Bucks would have scored far less, and we would have scored 20 more, plus just the impact, like the
Yes.
spacing, everything. I mean, listen, that's why no one's worried. I think because
Yep.
Rui,
Shout out to Luca,
Jackson,
man.
and Luca. Yeah, first of all, shout out to Luca because this game is not a complete loss by any metric. Because Luca actually, this was the first time offensively, individually, that he looked like exactly how he looked on the Mavs, in my opinion. At least last
Yeah.
year.
I agree. I agree.
Like,
Dallas game. I'm not Dallas game. I'm sorry. The
no.
Nuggets
The
game.
Denver game was
Nuggets
great,
game. Yeah.
and we beat Denver, and it means more. But individually, offensively, he scored easier tonight.
Bro,
Yep.
did you watch the Denver game? He was scoring easy
Bro, you
then
didn't
too.
watch this game though, bro.
But you
The
weren't
way you
watching
talk about
this
the way he
game.
was getting
I
You weren't
around
watched
watching.
three
people,
quarters. I
the way
watched
he
three
Bro,
of the
was,
4 quarters,
bro, the
bro.
way you know
You
what you
know
complain
we
about
all
the
watched the
most.
Denver game, bro. This
Look,
shit
Mark,
was
the thing you
different
complain
tonight.
about the most is him not being able to beat guys off the dribble and get to the paint. He
he
did
was
that
doing that
consistently
today.
tonight.
That
He
was the
did that on
first
Denver
time.
too, which is
No,
my
no,
point.
no, no.
Come
In
on,
that
bro.
I
game,
don't think
it
he
was
did.
more. In that game, it was more step backs, and it was
Yeah, it
driving to the
was.
paint and like doing like
Kicking it
dribbling them
out.
down slowly.
He
Like
couldn't
that's what I'm
get to the
saying. Yeah,
rim in that
like
case.
that's what I'm saying. But like this game, he was actually driving past people, like
Like
Yes.
actually
for
getting past them.
example,
No.
Mark,
I mean,
you.
listen, wait, hold on. From an all-around game, like his playmaking that game was elite. I think he had
Oh
like
no, but I'm
Bro,
not
eight
people
saying that
weren't
assists,
this
nine
making
game.
shots
assists.
I'm
tonight,
not
bro.
saying
He
this
was
game was
doing
more
amazing
meaningful.
passes today. They just weren't hitting their
That
shots. You
too.
can't
That
put that
too.
on Luca.
Did you look at the stat sheet, bro?
And
No one was
bro,
hitting
I'm not
shots.
gonna lie, he did have the
Yeah, I know.
gravity of LeBron in the Denver game, which we have to
Exactly.
admit is
Yeah, which
something.
is my point. Yeah.
Like,
No, but listen. He passed the ball like 3 times in a row to Gabe Vincent in the same corner 3 times, butt naked, wide open, and he bricked every
No,
single
that is
fucking one.
true.
That's 3 assists alone. Like you can't put that on Luca. This was his best game by
Yeah,
far.
Honestly, I
he
think
would
it
have
was
had way
4.
more assists if everyone wasn't shooting like ass.
Like, think about it like this, bro. Gabe would have had about Gabe in that first quarter would have had at least 9 points, bro. All off of Luka assist. Easily.
1,000%.
You don't got the diamond on
100%.
gold, bro.
And if DFS just didn't forget how to play basketball, then he would also had like at least two from that.
Yeah, he's been I'm not gonna overreact, obviously, because that's kinda like my thing. I'm
Hey,
not gonna
but
overreact.
that's what.
But he's
But
been
that's one.
horrible.
But
Yeah,
that's
he's
what I'm
been
saying. Like you guys are
underwhelming.
saying Rui Hachimura because he shoots like 40% of corner threes.
Yes,
DFS
he's
does too,
better.
bro. No, but DFS does
No,
too, and he was a break today. That's my
He
point.
no, but
Bro.
listen, yo, can
DFS
I?
has been a brick since he said the buck naked shit.
No, but let me say that
As he would.
there's a little stat thing, yeah. When he first came, like when he first got traded, he was shooting 44.4% from three. Since he's come here, he's now it's gone all the way down to 39.2%
No, it was
or
since he
something.
said the buck naked thing. Before that, he was
Bro.
shooting great.
And to add on to that, all y'all DFS FCs, bro,
That's
Rui
me.
Hachimura is the main
DFS
starter and always
FC.
should be.
Okay.
No, I
When Rui
disagree
comes
with
back,
that.
he's getting his spot.
No,
Watch how fast he gets his starting spot back.
DFS
Oh
should
no, he's
Instantly.
start.
getting it
Cook,
No, no,
back
Earl.
no,
right away.
Cook.
Instantly.
no.
We were all
DFS should
wrong
start.
about that, by the way.
DFS should
Instantly.
start.
Let's stop
No,
acting
he
like
shouldn't.
Yeah,
DFS.
he should. He
No, he
should.
should. He doesn't. Bro, what has DFS done for us?
He's had yo. He's had a
Defense.
rough. Listen. He's
Where?
no, but listen, yo. He had a rough shooting night. Like he's having
But
a
that's
rough.
been the last 3, 4
Yeah,
Okay,
games.
he's had
but
a
you're
many
forgetting
rough
the
shooting
amount of
nights.
times Rui played like ass and everyone was wanting to trade for him. Like,
How can you sit there
Bro,
and
but
tell me
Rui's
and
been consistent on offense, though.
watching these games where DFS starts? How can you tell me that Rui wouldn't be better than that?
no, because when we've seen Hayes, LeBron, Luca, DFS, Reeves, it has been good. Yeah, okay, maybe he's missing his shots right now, but everyone has those times where they're missing shots.
Did you
So
Well,
watch the
he's
Denver game
he's
when we had
gonna get
Rui,
back
Reeves,
into it.
LeBron, and
Did
Luca?
did you did you watch the Knicks game where he went like 5 for 5 from three, and he was a massive key to us winning that game? Did you
but
watch
what, one out of the
the
last 7 games, though? That's not efficient.
no, but I'm saying the Denver game too. He was massive on just off defense alone, stuff like that. So it's not even just the
He
offense that he
was,
brings to
but
us.
like we honestly like the starting lineup is fine defensively, even just with Rui.
Hold on, let me look up his stats.
If we go up against a team like Golden State, okay, and we have Rui Hachimura out there, barbecue chicken for Steph Curry,
No,
Bro,
barbecue
absolutely
chicken.
not. If we had
look
I
at
will
Rui
just
out
say
this.
there,
my
how
1 cents
Time
how
on that topic is like we beat them 3 times with Rui.
Thank you. And to
yeah,
add to
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
DFS, look, DFS last couple games. Tonight, 5 points, 2 for 8. Brooklyn didn't play. Boston, 3 for 8, 8 points. New York, 2 points, 1 for 5. Pelicans, 3 for 10, 8 points. Clippers, 4 for 9, 11. Clippers again, 3 for 6, 7. Minnesota, 3 points, 1 for 4. Dallas, 1 for 6, 2 points.
okay,
And Denver, 1 for 5, 3 points.
okay, but
Thank
let
you,
me just say
thank
something
What
to
you.
what
what
is
Caden said.
Dorian's
Caden,
injury?
you
He must be still injured. Is probably why he's slumping like right now. What?
But that's a long stretch of games, Chuck.
Yeah,
no,
I
but
don't think
listen,
he
I
was
know.
No,
I'm
hurt.
I
saying, but
agree. He's
Chuck,
injured.
how
he
does the
I think
team
he's
look like
he's
without
been
injured.
LeBron?
injured. So what's his main injury? Maybe he's
He's
not even
injured.
recovered.
I agree with
Do
Chuck.
y'all think we should just like sit him? I mean,
Sure, if he's injured, then sure.
no, but like listen, yo, Caden, you said obviously how we beat Golden State with Rui. The thing is at least two of those games is we had Max Christie in that lineup, who obviously Max Christie was then guarding him. So that's why we were winning those games because we had him out there. Or in I think the other game we had Gabe Vincent starting, who was then guarding him. If we run out with Reeves and Rui, he's cooking us differently.
If DFS can shoot at a high volume, then yeah, I'll have him in the starting lineup. But he's shown that he can't, and Rui shows that he can. So I'd
Rui
and you
and
rather have
realize
Rui
Rui
in the
that
in
that
one
starting
game
game
lineup.
had
versus
18 points
Denver,
and
Yo,
4
He's
Lakers.
get
I
rebounds.
think that's the best comment I've heard anyone has ever made in that comparison.
yeah,
what
but
Say it
he's
happened?
again.
getting
Say it again.
he's ah.
Say it again.
What? What?
The high volume.
Oh yeah, I'm
Rui
saying if
Hachimura.
DFS can shoot at a high volume, then yeah, I'll have him in the starting lineup. But he hasn't, and Rui shows that he
Right.
can. So I'd have Rui in the starting lineup.
Yeah, but you're
That
gonna
is the
close with
perfect
Rui, guy. I
comparison.
mean, you're gonna
Yeah,
close
I
with
don't get
DFS
what you. I
because you
mean,
need an elite defender. Like it's a lot easier when DFS isn't your third shooter, and then when they close, he's your fifth best shooter. Like it kind of can
I
change the
agree.
whole
I agree, and I
concept.
think Rui. Not only does Rui add like to the offensive end, the spacing and everything. He's been great defensively, in my opinion. He's had some low IQ
Hmm.
moments, but
Yeah,
he's
but the
People
question
can
is it
people can
sustainable?
sag off of Goodwin,
I mean, it
Vanderbilt, all
has
those
been until
guys
he got
being
injured.
DFS, but when
all
it's
I'm
just
saying.
DFS, it's a lot
When I
different.
say sustainable, I'm talking about like 20 games, 30 games. Like that's what I mean. I don't mean like 10, 15 games.
But I'm
Yeah.
saying, like,
Like,
I mean, 10, 15 is not that far from 20.
All I'm
okay,
saying with
25,
all
35,
Y'all
like
want to hear
half a
the best
season,
small ball
like
lineup in
a
the
multi-month
NBA?
stretch.
Best small ball lineup
Like
Go
in
that's
the
what
ahead,
I mean.
Jake.
NBA. Luca, DFS, Rui, Braun, Vando. Hold on now.
yeah, hundred
Hold on.
percent, hundred
Now we
percent.
got two of the top three passers. We got LeBron shooting, Luca shooting, Rui shooting, DFS shooting, hopefully. Then we got DFS defense, Vando defense, Braun's defense recently, Rui's body, and Luca's 6'8". Best small
Then
ball
y'all
lineup in the
complain
league.
about, but y'all complain about, like, okay, you're talking about just small ball, or you talking about just
I'm
starting with
saying
that in
small
general?
ball because you need a center realistically to
So what
start.
about Austin Reeves?
What?
What about Austin Reeves?
I don't even need Reeves in that lineup. I want five capable people on both sides of the ball. And whatever you want to say
Yeah.
So
about
wait, hold on. So there you go.
I
That's
don't know.
exactly what I was afraid of.
what's wrong
That's
with
exactly
that.
and Jake. No, you're right. You know, you're not. I'm just saying. When they made the Luca trade, I've questioned. I said, oh, I might trade Austin Reeves, and people are like, why? Why would you trade Austin Reeves? He just put a 45 points in the Pacers. I'm like, bro, I know he's good. It's not because he's not good. It's just because I don't know if I can trust three ball handlers. Two of them aren't good on defense. Why? What?
No, no,
There's no
you're right.
necessity
We
for
were
And
that.
nine and
also,
zero
by
when
the
Why don't
way,
you
everyone
just trade?
played.
But we
Guys, we
were
were
nine
nine
I
and
and
know,
zero
yeah.
and
when
I'm
like
saying
if
it
I
everyone
was
played.
trading for
worked.
Kessler, I'm not saying I would trade him for Kessler
We
or
were
like
nine and
I'm
zero.
just saying
I
I
by the
think
would
way,
people are
that
I
I'm
would
gonna
not
say it
lineup
trade
I
forgetting.
again,
just
guys.
Look,
that.
look,
said,
We
That's
were
all.
nine
guys.
and
That's all
zero.
I
What
said.
we're forgetting is,
We were nine
and
and
I
zero.
think Katie made a
I
good
still don't
point.
regret saying that.
Look,
I still
time
stand
We're
by
out,
nine
time
and
that.
out.
zero. We were nine
This
and
is what
zero.
I'm saying. Katie made a good point earlier. People are forgetting, and Jake, I forget who said it, but we are okay when we're healthy with this roster. Like, we were winning
Okay is
games.
an understatement.
Yeah, like, we
oh
were
no, I
great,
completely
amazing. So let's
agree.
not
Yeah,
We
overreact.
were the
we
number
are
one defense
acting
and we were
like
top five offense when everyone was
I'm
Like,
healthy.
not
let's
gonna
not
Yeah,
argue.
overreact.
exactly. It's just
Hey,
because we got
Earl,
injured and we've been
Earl, we were
Yeah,
losing
the number
games,
one
people are
defense.
tripping out.
We were the number one defense and a top five offense, and Luca was terrible.
And
He was
Luca wasn't
terrible.
himself.
exactly.
He was
Yeah, like
terrible.
So I don't
I
understand
don't
why
think he was
people
terrible.
are.
I don't. He wasn't
He
You
good, but
called
he
was
him
wasn't
right.
Mark.
You
but
terrible.
you
called him
know, but
Rondo.
Mark,
He was
Efficient
terrible.
Mark, he was
efficiency. Go look at the box
he was
Rondo's a good
score.
different than
player.
Dallas.
You called him
He was
Rondo, and
different.
you're
Yeah,
saying he
you did
wasn't
call
terrible.
him
He was
different.
really bad most of those
But
games.
I'm not gonna
but
lie, Mark.
Yeah,
You're
prove.
playing both
yeah,
sides
you
tonight.
are
It's
playing
actually
both
funny.
sides. But listen,
Can
to
I just
Mark's
make
point
one
though,
quick?
you know who's a perfect fit on the
Hey,
Lakers?
the mark that's on space is
Go
different
ahead,
than the
Jake.
mark that's
A
on playback.
Mark,
Okay.
you know who's an A plus fit on the Lakers? Max Christie. Now I know.
Yeah.
Now I
Yeah.
know you had to do it. You had to do it. Like for Luca, I'm
True.
guessing they really wanted him. But you could make the argument that Max is a better fit on the Lakers than Austin as it comes to like a
Oh yeah.
role
He
Now
is.
player.
There's no argument. He is a better fit.
there's
There's
Role
no
no
player
argument. There's
argument.
no
wise,
debate
like
about that at
Austin
all.
is way
If there is a
better.
way you could have put DK and
The,
another pick, I would have
That's what
done it
I
in a
there
would
is
have
no
heartbeat.
done.
debate about Max being a better
That's what
fit.
I'm
Austin's a
saying.
better player, but Max is a better
But
fit,
I'll
and there's
tell
no
you,
debate
but
about
I'll
Easily.
tell
that.
you this,
The
No
Earl.
debate.
Lakers, with a
The
loss
reason you
tomorrow and a
couldn't put
Rockets win,
DK
would be the five
The
seed.
reason you
To
couldn't
let you
put
guys know.
DK in another pick is because they weren't tanking. They weren't trying to tank by trading
True.
Luca.
You're right.
They were
You're
trying to
right.
contend. So they knew Max Christie could be a starting level player for them, which they were right.
Yep. You're right.
So that was
That's a
that.
good
Now
point.
in terms of the
Can I?
trading Reeves thing,
But Jake, hold on, Jake. If we gave them Austin Reeves,
We
right?
weren't talking about Reeves.
Let's say we gave them Austin Reeves instead of Max
we'd be
Christie,
better this year.
they would be a legit like because now they would have like two creators with
We'd be
Kyrie and then
better
Davis. That
this
would be a
year and
pretty.
worse going forward because Austin
Because
Reeves is
Jake,
worth a
what's their
lot in
weakness,
this league.
bro? Jake, their weakness is shot creation. You give them Austin Reeves,
Oh no,
that's another shot
no, no,
creator.
no! They would have
So,
taken Reeves. That was on
oh
us.
yeah,
We
I
said
know.
no Reeves. It's not about that.
I'm not doing it either. Like
Yeah, but what
Max is
I'm
the better
saying
fit.
is,
I agree with you, but you could trade. And I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not saying they trade Austin. I think he's gonna get traded down the line for a star player after LeBron. I don't think Austin is gonna be on the Lakers. I think after 2 years he's gonna be gone. Three
I
years for
think he's
sure.
gonna be
I
Uh,
here.
don't.
He's gonna be here next year. I could tell you that.
yeah, but I'm saying after LeBron retires, whenever that is, who knows? I think because they have no picks. They have no picks.
Yeah,
They have no
Austin Reeves is the
like they're
asset.
gonna have to trade Austin Reeves. It just that's what they always done.
Yeah,
They
but
always
now
trade
you
their young
see
players, and
again.
Austin Reeves is gonna be the next guy.
That's another
He's not gonna be
reason
a
they
Laker for
didn't
much
put him in
longer.
the Luca trade, which I think is very fair.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree. So they have to keep him for the asset for the next star after LeBron, which is okay.
Yeah, which is
Can
fine.
I just
Like,
make one quick
quick point, going back to DFS real
Yeah.
quick. All I'm saying with him is that like I think yeah we've seen recently he hasn't been able to shoot, but I think he will get back into it. But yeah, I'm going to sleep because it's now almost 3 a.m. for me. So yeah, uh, see you boys. Good
Yeah,
night,
see you
all of you,
next
and
time. Thanks, Ob.
Yeah, it's all
see you
good.
next time. Bye bye bye.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like it's just going to be a really shitty week, and we just kind of got to accept it. Like, there's just not much we can do. If it was just LeBron hurt, we would have won the Nets game. We would have maybe won one of these others, but like we just have too many people hurt. Like, I mean, it's just like it's shitty that it all happened at once, but it just is what it is. Like, Rui's going to be another week. LeBron's going to be another week. Like, hopefully we can just win both of those ones.
Caden, I know we're reacting to this game and all, and that's why we're allowed to be like negative for a sec, because like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
obviously it was a loss. But like the crazy thing is, if we were completely healthy, we would never be having any of these conversations. Like,
Oh my
I don't want to
gosh,
make excuses.
Milwaukee didn't even look good. Like,
Yeah,
you
I
know.
didn't think Milwaukee was that good. Like, not only is it a win and a win against the Nets, if the LeBron injury doesn't happen, but like we wouldn't even be worried if we did lose in a sense because of how good we looked when we were healthy. So I
Yeah,
don't know,
I
just kind
I
of
think that's like
irrelevant
the
for me.
the best way to sum it up too. Like we don't. I mean, if we lose six in a row and then everyone comes back healthy and we win eight in a row, like I would feel literally just better than what I did before. Like I mean, it's the same thing. Like we're all healthy. We're a top five team, and I
Yep.
mean, at
But
least no one's out for.
the
Go ahead. Sorry,
reality
Chuck.
is we may not ever be fully healthy for the rest of this season. So you're going to have to figure out now what's the end game as far as this season go. Because Rui, I don't know what his injury is, but it's been already long term, and we don't know exactly when he's coming back, and also what he's going to look like when he does. So this disjointedness that we got going on now, that's we're going to have to learn to play with this disjointed for the rest of the season. LeBron, we don't know. It's a week, 2 weeks, whatever. And we're already at the end of March, so we're already got to look at playoff time. We're falling now back to about the fifth or sixth seed, somewhere in there, depending on how many losses we suffer over this period. So we probably got to look at now how to get strong for the playoffs. Just simply that, like letting these players continue to stay out, Hayes stay out, Rui
Yeah, I
stay out.
think you
If
sit people extra games to make sure they're 100%. Like, there's no reason to rush anyone, or like even if it's like 95, just like sit a few extra games if needed. Like
yeah,
without a doubt. I think keep going though. That's I just want to chime in on that.
yeah, but that's the thing. And with Rui and Hayes, one of the English guy was speaking earlier that most of us are not a lot of y'all were saying y'all wanted them off the team earlier back when D'Lo was still on the team. All three of them was all candidates to be traded or gone. Now we can't live without them. So it's a strange twist how now we depend on Rui. I always thought Rui was a star. I really love Rui, so I didn't ever want him traded.
A
But
star? No,
yeah,
no, he's
Rui's
a
a
role player.
star.
No, he's a role player.
No, he's a star. He
No,
needs
he's a
the
role player.
opportunity. If you remember back his first year when
Bro,
he
he's
was at
not a star, bro. What? No, he's not. He
I
averages
thought you
like 14
said
a
I thought
game,
you
bro.
said starter. I thought that's what you were saying.
He's
no,
a wait,
he's an NBA star.
He's
That's
starter
not
or
an
understandable.
star,
NBA
like
star. What's he?
STAR? No,
Okay,
he's not a
define
star.
your
Not even
define
close.
your standards to be an NBA star though. That's what I want to know.
Roy has the skill set to do anything on the court. He can score 30 points any given night. He can score 40
Kyle
points
Kuzma
in
can do
any
the
given night.
exact same thing, bro. He's not a star.
No, I'm not saying others can't do it, but I'm saying Rui himself, and he's still young and developing because he was a bench player over there in DC, and then he came over to LA. And just the fact that he got more opportunity now, you see he's developing, he's growing, he's getting better. I think that he's still growing into what he can be. And then he's facing, I mean, big personality. He's playing alongside of LeBron, alongside of AD. So it wasn't like he could be a star with those personalities next to him. So he had to kind of fit in where he
He
could.
he he played like 4 seasons in Washington. He's he's not a star.
Well,
He's a
DC
role
was
player.
that was trash because they didn't even know what they had. They
Rui, and
traded
I'm a
him away.
huge Rui fan, but Rui's a top tier role player, not a star.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I
He
don't even
can
consider
be. Not.
Austin.
I'm not
I don't
saying
even
he
consider
currently
Austin Reeves to
is.
be a star. If Austin Reeves isn't a star by a lot
I
of
don't
people's
think he's
definitions,
talking about a star, guys. I think he's talking about saying NBA star is like a different kind of thing than saying who's a star in the NBA. I know it sounds dumb, but
Yeah, that's what I was
Wait, how
asking.
about
Like the
let him
scenario
define it? What do you
was.
think?
I
What are you
understand what you
talking
mean.
about? Are you talking about like a star
Like
like
Kyle Kuzma is an NBA star, but then in the NBA, he's a role player.
that doesn't make any sense.
I
How
don't
is he a
understand
star and
that.
then a role player? Like what do
Because
you
casual people who don't follow the sport, when someone's really popular and
Okay,
famous,
if you're talking
they
about
would call
popularity, then
that
yeah.
person a star.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay. But like
Star is based on popularity, not just being a star in the league. In
so
the league, a
let Chuck clear
star
it up.
is
What are you
a
talking
top
about?
like
Like
30, 20
Well,
player.
well, think about it though. Rui is a starter in the NBA on the Los Angeles Lakers team, one of the top teams, top franchises. He's a starter. That gives him a lot of credit. He's not just a role player. When you become that level, is what my point is.
he
He's not a bench warmer on a scrub team or whatever. He's a starter on a star team
Yeah, but I don't get
alongside
that
this
doesn't
because
LeBron.
I don't
okay, so
understand this because he is
That
a
makes
role
no
player.
sense.
that doesn't make
But
any sense.
are you saying that
Every
like
team
his
in the NBA today has two stars, or at least contenders, has two stars and then the rest are role players.
Yeah, but I think he's talking about
Derek White is a role player. Derek White is an elite
away
role player,
from
but he's a role player.
yes.
Yeah, but you're trying to minimize him. He is a starter on Los Angeles Lakers next to LeBron, right? So I'm
Sure.
yeah,
saying
but that
that
doesn't
Yeah.
make him a star though. That
Yeah,
makes
that
him a
Drew
role player.
Holiday's a
But if you're
starter on the
talking
that don't
about
make
Boston
him a
Celtics.
star
if you're
though.
talking
Drew
about
right.
Holiday just won
fame
the championship
wise,
last year. Is
if you're
he a
talking
star
about
player?
fame wise, then yeah, he's a
Well, Drew
star.
No,
Holiday
he's
Holiday
not a
was a
star
he
star,
player.
went
by the
to the
way. So
Olympics too, so obviously they do recognize him for some kind
Holiday's
of
a bad
talent.
example. I'm not gonna lie. He was actually a star in the
No.
I
NBA.
mean, but Japan's is was don't have talent like that, so Rui's gonna play on that Olympic team
Yeah, Japan
regardless.
being from Japan makes him a star. He's just
Yeah.
not like a
You're
star
right.
in the NBA.
Fame, I think like fame wise, yeah, he's a star, but
Fame
he's a
wise,
role
fame
player in
wise.
the NBA. That's what I think we're
Yes, I
both. That's where I
agree.
think
It's
we're
the
getting
same
mixed
as
up.
Caruso is the same thing, by the way.
Exactly. I was gonna bring that up. So is Caruso a star in the NBA? No, but fame wise, he
He's
is.
a star in like a life,
Yeah,
sure, but like not in the NBA.
yeah.
All
But
right,
yeah,
I
guys.
It's
think
not.
Update
And
for
I
and
think
JJ.
Chuck,
Guys,
we're
wait,
not.
wait, wait.
I think
Update for
Alex
JJ. Right,
Caruso.
the expectation is for everyone that played tonight to be available tomorrow, which means Luca's gonna play tomorrow.
Hey,
Yeah, Luca's gonna be
Why would
available
they
tomorrow.
play Luca
So why do
tomorrow?
they
What's
play
the
him when we were
point?
down by 20 in the fourth? I don't know.
well, hold on. They wouldn't say if Luca wasn't playing because they want the Nuggets to game plan for Luca. If he gets ruled
True.
out, he would be ruled out within an hour of the game.
and I
Yep.
That's
think the
pretty
way
Right.
Luca
standard.
explained it
30
too is it's
minutes.
always going to be how his body feels on a back to back, regardless. So
Yeah,
they
but I
wouldn't
just
say
don't think
anything
he
till
should. I
tomorrow.
just don't think there's any reason for him to play. We're probably gonna lose tomorrow. I
I
think that.
mean, any reason is kind of crazy, but I get what you mean.
No, but he's making a good point, and I don't think Luca will ultimately play tomorrow. But I would not say that a day in advance and let Mike Malone and the coaching staff figure out, oh, this is gonna be easy. We just have to do this on
Yeah,
Reeves,
I
and then
agree
it's
with that. I
over.
agree with
Like,
that. But I still stand. There's not really a reason for Luca to play tomorrow. We're probably gonna lose. We don't have like our bigs or anything.
no, I mean I agree,
Is
but
Jackson
I
Hayes
think
out tomorrow
what
also?
Yeah.
what happened to
Hayes
Jameson
is
tonight?
probably out.
Is
Yeah.
he
He's
hurt
out already
or
tomorrow.
Oh
They
no,
already
no,
called it.
Hayes is definitely out tomorrow because he went back to LA. So that means he's
Oh,
not
you're
playing
right.
until
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
at least the
Fucking
game
LA.
after
who's
tomorrow.
that? Jameson?
Jackson Hayes, the
No, I mean
starting center.
Jameson. Why didn't he play tonight? I didn't
He's
hear. Well,
awful.
I think he's been really bad. I think he's been really bad for us this year.
Reason he's not good.
He just
Although I will say
well,
no,
this
just
though,
Alex
say.
Len started, so I mean that's not saying
He's
Yeah,
not
anything.
good
that's
either.
the whole in the Lakers roster. We have no
Koloko
other
not good
centers.
either.
I just
We
don't
just
think
don't
all,
have any
tonight
other
was the night
centers.
you give Koloko those minutes. We obviously needed like weight out
they
there,
needed
and so
Jemison
yeah,
tonight.
yeah. So I don't know
However,
why we gave Koloko the minutes tonight. That was kind of weird.
no, I agree, Chris, but hold on. We need Koloko more tomorrow. Or, sorry, Jemison more tomorrow, too. So we'll see if they do that.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
that's like our only option for Jokic. I know it sounds horrible, but like if you go one on one at any point, you kind of need Jemison tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true because Alex Len isn't going to do anything on Jokic, but they're just going to have the same game plan where we're all just going to focus on Jokic
Yeah, it is.
and hope
It
that
is.
everyone else misses their threes and shit.
It
Can
is.
we
No, but
all
they did it in an effective way.
can we
Yeah,
all agree that Alex Len is maybe the worst center in the NBA?
He might be the worst player in the NBA who gets
He
minutes.
may be the worst
Mark, I
player
gotta
in the
get
NBA.
going. I will see you tomorrow.
Okay, see you,
Hope you have a
kid.
good night,
You
and
too,
everyone
kid.
in here enjoy
Good
your
night.
night.
see you,
Don't
Caden.
get your hopes up for tomorrow.
I don't
Yeah, I mean,
understand
who
why
knows? Maybe we
Alex
get
Len
a
was
Yo,
playing so
Alex
sneaky
much,
Len.
and
Jokic.
he had 6 fouls. Why is he out there that long? I mean, Jay just use your foul, do something. But
No,
he
no,
Alex
no,
Len
that no.
fucking sucks, bro.
But Chuck,
mm.
Jackson Hayes was literally injured, and Trey Jemison wasn't
Dog
with the
shit,
team.
man.
Where's
So
Trey
No,
I
I'm talking
Jemison?
about
understand
Alex
why he
Len. He
played.
played tonight out on that court, and
Yeah, but I just told you that there's two centers who have been playing recently. We're not even there.
Where's
So
Jemison at? Where's Jemison?
I have no idea. He could be at the G League. I don't
He's
know.
awful, man.
But that's why I'm saying Len played. They're all horrible. It doesn't matter. Like, pick between any of
Yeah.
them. Hayes is your best option at this
That's
point.
why,
Yo,
Jake, that's why I would have signed
Alex.
Mobamba. He's more talented. I was just one of the most talented big men that was
Why
available.
why
Yeah, but I
didn't we
mean,
just
he
go
was
back to
on the
Mobamba?
Lakers. He was on the Lakers and he was not good.
No, but he
Yeah,
had some decent moments for us, bro. Like people
He
forget,
has
like he
some
did
talent.
in the regular
Like, he
season
can
before.
shoot.
I just don't think he played enough, like
I remember he
consistently,
had
to
a
get
game
in
where he
a
had like 10
role.
points, 11 rebounds, like a
I
block or
can't see
two.
it,
Like
bro. Look at okay, so
he's
look
not
at
good, but
since the
he's better than
Lakers.
Alex
He's
Len.
been on 3 or 4. He's been on 3 or 4 teams since the Lakers. They all let go of him as quick as possible.
yeah, because he's
That
not
has to
good.
mean
But
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Jake,
because everybody sees the same thing,
We
and
have
It's
no
better
centers,
than
bro.
Len. I'll give you that it's better than Len.
Yeah, that's all. That's all I'm
If
saying.
that's
He's
what
better than Len. That's all.
Yeah, he's better than Len, but I just don't see how that changes anything. Like, plus, when we were healthy and it was Jackson Hayes, and then the bench is probably like Vando at center for a little, like small ball, that was working in the regular season. I'm
honestly,
not
bro,
saying that
we
that's going to
can't
work,
we
but
can't overanalyze this shit because we really missing Rui. We missing like Braun. We missing like like key pieces that
100%.
really
Yeah,
make this shit really
This
work.
game is
yeah,
this game does
most
not
definitely.
really like matter that
Yeah, so
much.
like for us to be like over analyzing, like, all right, this player did this player did that. Like overall, we know that Alex Len, he fucking sucks, bro. But like
So
we
knowing,
need all of our players for this shit to work.
so so knowing that we are banged up, we're probably gonna be banged up for the rest of the season. Like, let's be realistic. Seeding 5, 6, 7. Where are we
I don't care as long as we
it'll
don't
realistically
get
be
in the
4 or
plan. As
5.
expecting?
long as we don't get in
It'll
the
be four
plan,
or
bro.
five.
As long as we don't get in
But
the
bro,
plan.
we're not banged up for the rest of the season, bro. All those
Nah,
guys
it's like what,
who are out
15
are
games left,
literally day to day.
16 games left.
No, I mean that's a fair point, but they'll be back in the next 5 games. Everyone we just said.
This is the
Yeah,
Luca getting shape moment. I don't care about these games. Fuck them. They're scheduled losses, bro. These shits are crazy. Like, Braun out, everybody out. Luca got to get back in rhythm. They need you to take as many
man.
shots as you need, and he's getting there, bro.
Austin Reed as well. Man, we talking about 5. We talking about they gonna be coming back in 5 games. Then you gotta give it 2 or 3 games before we really find that rhythm as a team. We talking about 8. I want to say out of the next 8 games, I'm honestly going 2 and 6.
And you know what?
I'm
Those other teams, they got to worry about winning too, because they can't just watch the Lakers. Like, they got to win too. Like Denver, they missing Aaron Gordon. They gonna have a very hard fucking time winning games, and so is the other team.
almost
So
definitely.
I think we in good shape, man.
Here's Luka
Yeah,
Doncic,
we
guys.
got.
Here we go with this AI.
This Lakers squad is a damn circus, and Alex Len and Dorian Finney-Smith are the main clowns. Uh, can somebody please tell me where the hell they picked up this guy, Alex Len, from? I can find better players in the streets of Antarctica. 2 points in 20 minutes is just nasty work. This guy is literally playing like prime high school Skip Bayless ever since he arrived here. I think Skip Bayless averaged 1.4 points a game in his prime, and this bum, Alex Len, is averaging exactly 1.4 points in a Lakers uniform. And no, I'm not joking. Go check for yourselves, and don't get me started on Dorian Finney-Smith. This bum shot more air balls than Bronny James out there tonight. It was literally me, Austin Reeves, and a bunch of high school players versus the entire Milwaukee team. This roster construction by Rob Pelinka needs to be studied for generations. We're literally begging for a role player like Jackson Hayes to come back. That's how sad this Lakers team is. Now I have a date with myself at McDonald's. I'm gonna go eat some burgers, guys. Good night.
That was horrible. That was like that's one of those over analyzing takes that's just corny because with
That
Dorian
was
Finney
too
Smith,
fake. That was
you
too
you
fake.
need you
Wait,
need
dude, that was AI.
That was
yeah,
real. What
that
are you
had to
talking
be
about?
AI.
No, it was just AI.
No.
I don't think it was a bad take. I think it was like meant to be
No,
a
that
joke.
was real. What are you guys talking
Yeah, that
about?
was
That was
real.
awesome.
He's going to McDonald's to eat some burgers.
That's Luca. He's got well, okay. If he's going to McDonald's, it must be
Well, yeah,
real.
that was his post game speech. It just came out right now.
Yeah.
I guess it is pretty realistic. Luca at McDonald's, of course. I mean,
Yeah, and he was. I mean, he was pretty
what are you
right
gonna
about what
do?
he said. Alex Len was pretty shit. DFS was also pretty shit. So
Did he say Alex Len was doing a Skip
Yeah,
Bayless
because
high
they're both
school
averaging
Yeah,
stat
yeah,
around
line?
he
point
gave
four
it he
points per
gave the
game.
high school.
It's fire. All right, Mark. I think let's call it for tonight.
Yeah, we'll
We'll
be
be
back
back.
tomorrow.
Um, tomorrow
Yeah,
there's a game. The
pre-game and
Nuggets
post-game. All right. See you guys.
I
pregame
appreciate
and
you
We'll
guys.
be here.
postgame
We'll be
every.
here.
Thank you
Yo,
guys.
man, y'all be easy, man. Keep faith. Don't be hard on the Lakers, man. We need our players to have their mind right.
All right,
For
yo.
sure.
See you guys.
Definitely.